Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Derek Reilly. Today we are in Copenhagen at the launch of the Polestar 3. We're going to have a quick walk around the static of the vehicle, have a look on the inside. We won't be taking it out for a test drive on this review, but we will get it in the future to do it. So Polestar 3, what they've done with Polestar is they're doing their numbering of their models sequentially. We've had the Polestar 1, we've had the Polestar 2, this is the 3. The 4 is also going to be an SUV. The 5 is going to be a Grand Tour, and the 6 is going to be a Roadster, the O2 concept that we've seen coming through. So we're going to have a focus on the Polestar 3 today. Let's start at the front. Moving along, you have what we used to call within the Volvo world the Thor's hammer, but this is going to be the dual blade. Beautiful headlight, 1.6 megapixel, lots of technology going on here, but that stylized T that we would have seen with these two dots on the top of it. Across then in front of the smart zone, this is part of that smart technology that's around the car. You've got 5 cameras, you've got 5 radars, and then 12 ultrasonic sensors. And you can see the smart zone sensor cluster here. They're not hiding the fact, and even the lettering is in underneath the paintwork, so it's built in so it won't rub off. Some might say within snow and freezing fog, what are you going to do? But there is a heated element within that as well. Last major point on the front is this Aero wing. This is to help with the aerodynamics because it is an SUV, even with that low roof height, and this drag coefficient is 0.29. Some nice gloss black work going on here. This is in the Thunder color, and you've got that color-coded Polestar logo coming through here. So moving down along the side, you've got that Polestar kind of a black accent as well. Some nice Polestar logos here. Wheels, on the long-range dual motor, we've got 2 versions. You've got the 21-inch tyres, and this is the performance version, and you'll recognise that with the gold Brembo brakes. This is 22 inches. You've got that plastic cladding to give it that SUV look. Size-wise, we're 4.9 metres long, 2.1 metres wide with these wing mirrors, and then 1.6 metres tall. This is going to be built in Chengdu Volvo factory in China, but also in the Volvo factory in South Carolina. We've talked about the size-wise competitors. You're talking BMW iX, Mercedes-Benz EQE SUV. You're going to be talking to Porsche Cayenne when it goes electric. Some beautiful styling. You've got this pop-out handles here that usually are flush when the car is locked. You've got some cladding in underneath with this beautiful strip. Gloss black B-pillar and very aero, not frameless doors. C-pillar then with this floating roof line with the body color top and bottom with this gloss black element, and it doesn't actually join up all the way back to the roof spoiler. It's built on the PSA 2 platform, which is the same as the new upcoming Volvo electrified XC90, which is going to be called the EX90. Charging wise, you're going to be talking AC up to 11 kilowatts, DC up to 250 kilowatts. Time for charging on DC is about 30 minutes from up to 80%, and overnight on your wall box. Battery size is 111 kilowatt hour with 107 kilowatts of that usable. Moving down along the back, you've got some beautiful side-to-side, coast-to-coast lights going on. As kind of a smaller size than the Polestar 2. You've got some Aero down here. You've got this beautiful Aero wing as well, again to help with that drag coefficient and that high-level brake light. Boot-wise, you're talking 484 litres. You've got a 60-40 split with a ski hatch coming through as well, and some storage in underneath, and that 848 litres is also including that subfloor storage. You've got tie-off points in the back here. You have cable storage at the front, 32 litres. It's great to have that power tail lift as well. Rear wiper, not all SUVs in the EV world have that, so it's nice to see it. But lots of technology going on, beautiful styling. So inside the Polestar 3, again, you're surrounded by luxury, but you're also surrounded by sustainability. And on the seats itself, this is the leather, the welfare leather, because it's on the Plus pack, which is included, but it talks about the carbon footprint. It's XX at the moment, but it will have a carbon footprint and the CO2 limit once the actual production starts. You've got a 14.5-inch screen, Android Automotive built in, with the back end then is on the Qualcomm Snapdragon digital chassis cockpit platform. You've got an 8-inch screen in front of the driver. You've got a head-up display. Sound is very important to Polestar as well. You've got a 25 speaker Bose and Wilkins display or sound system with a tweeter up in the front here. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. But this floating screen reminds me of the Mustang Mach-E. You've got that center console, you've got some USB Type A's, wireless charging, rotary dial selectors, you've got your mode selectors on the steering wheel, and on the steering wheel itself you will have the ability to turn things on and turn things off, but this is a pre-production model. Seats are really, really good, really nice and comfortable, and with that sound system you've got the speakers built into the headrests as well, so it's a really Dolby Atmos surround sound. I'm 6'2", 188 centimeters, and even with this beautiful panoramic sunroof with that Polestar logo, lots of space inside here, but it is a more lowered down, sporty fastback design. With the Geely connection, you'd wonder if there's a Lotus electric SUV connection, but let's have a seat in the back to see what the space is like. This is only going to come in 5 seats. It's not going to come in a 7-seater like its Volvo cousin from the same stable. So let's have a seat in the back and see what we're looking at. Unfortunately, the footage of me sitting in the back didn't make the cut, and so yeah, I was able to fit, absolutely no problem. They've stretched it out, great leg room. It is a low down seating position, so when I get it again, we'll do some filming of me in the back at 188 centimeters, but lots of space. This video is in partnership with Nevo.ie, Ireland's dedicated EV website. Nevo is on a mission to create a seamless transition to electric driving for everybody. You can browse different trims, different models, and book your test drive. Make sure you go to Nevo.ie today. Getting 12 minutes with any vehicle, it's hard to get everything across. So some of the points that I wasn't able to cover on that one take video: the weight of the Polestar 3 is around 2,600 kgs. It has a roof rack or roof box capacity of 100 kgs, and a really impressive stat is it has a towing capacity of 2,200 kgs, which is great for anybody looking to tow with their electric vehicle. I know that's very important to the Nordic countries and others. Heat pump comes as standard across the long-range dual motor and the performance. It has some really nice soft closing doors. Internally in the cabin, it has smart eye technology with 2 cameras keeping an eye on the driver to make sure they're watching the road. This is a closed loop system, so that footage doesn't go anywhere. It stays on board in the car. 50-50 weight distribution. Breakdown between the long-range dual motor and the performance. As we said, both have the 111 kilowatt-hour battery. The long-range dual motor has a WLTP of 610 kilometers, 489 horsepower with 840 newton meters, with a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5 seconds. The performance, there isn't much in it. Same battery size, range is slightly affected. It is down to 560 kilometers WLTP. It has 519 brake horsepower with 920 newton meters. Price in Ireland are starting at €99,900. That's the Plus pack and the Pilot pack included. And then if you want the Performance pack, it's an extra €7,000. Orders are open now and deliveries are expected at the end of 2023. Let's go back into the studio. Going to be really autonomous driving is going to be a big part of the Polestar 3, so there are going to be options in the mid of next year, 2023, for a LiDAR function at the top of the windscreen with a luminar display on it, so that's going to be helping you that highway autonomous driving. Hopefully you've enjoyed my first look at the Polestar 3. We're going to have it back on again on the channel so that we can check out those air suspension, torque vectoring with a dual clutch in the rear. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and leave a comment. And remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching.